Sixth most disturbing thing is caught on police body cam footage.
On December 25th,
Oh, you bitch, you quiet.
man named Anthony Quinn
volume
Warner
good?
drove his RV to Nashville, Tennessee's
good?
2nd Avenue and woke up nearby residents with the sound of a robotic digital female voice coming from his RV, warning everyone around the vehicle to evacuate the area.
Wow, there was no intro, no nothing. It's really loud. Oh. Wait, he's like throwing a stink bomb. It's like fucking throwing a Fortnite stink bomb. And he's trying to get everyone out the area and then
voice
kidnap
repeatedly mentioned that the RV was going to detonate, and a little after 6 a.m. the voice became more and more insistent, announcing that the vehicle would detonate in 15 minutes. In the body cam footage that was later released by the authorities...
Okay. You know, if you're... Wait, he's detonating shit. Like, why would you tell people that it's gonna detonate? What's the point? Wait, what the fuck is it for?
Of Nashville police officers can be seen walking around the downtown area, urging any stragglers to evacuate for their own safety.
Dude, sometimes when they turn the camera, that shit trips me out.
Okay, you're not in trouble, but there is something serious happening down the road.
Go for 11.
Okay. Do you mind going down to 2nd and
Where they need to go when they are evacuating?
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
like the purge?
Yeah.
Yo, cops are so unserious sometimes. What if he's like kidnapping someone? He's like snatching up people and he's like, yo, you guys should leave. I have a bomb! Wait, I can't say that on Twitch. Wait, no,
the robotic voice and its ominous warnings give the whole scene
don't clip that out of
extremely
context.
eerie vibe, like as the police officer mentioned, something out of the movie The Purge. Strangely, the RV also broadcasted snippets of the 1964 hit song Downtown by Petula Clark, which is a song about how if you're ever feeling sad or lonely, you should go downtown and you'll feel better in the hustle and bustle of the city. Unfortunately, the robotic voice wasn't bluffing, and just 15 minutes later, the RV detonated near the AT&T building, causing damage to more than 50
was actually a
buildings,
bomb?
and even
Holy
collapsing
shit.
a few of them.
50 buildings, bro! That's a nuclear bomb that he had in there.
Radius. In the aftermath of the incident, the cops can be seen assessing the damage and moving nearby pedestrians to safety through body cam footage that can only be described as apocalyptic.
Second and Broad. Commander 425, are you 10-4?
He's in 4.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
No, my God.
Where's your car?
How you doing?
Okay, go to your car.
What's going on? 217, myself.
What?
Command, make sure all units are direct. There may be ammo.
Why would
Vehicle. We don't need
this motherfucker get caught?
coming up the 2nd Avenue exposed.
You okay?
There must be.
Nah, I'm
Oh,
good,
it probably
man.
blew. Wait, if they find, they gotta find the cameras and shit, right? But the cameras are blown up. But is it recorded somewhere? Yo, there's a fucking guy honking on the side of the four-way, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Even though the explosive inside the RV was extremely powerful, the cops managed to evacuate most of the nearby residents, and thankfully nobody outside the RV lost their lives. Although 3 people were injured and had to be hospitalized after the vehicle incident, the only person who lost his life was Anthony Warner himself, who was still inside the vehicle at the time of the detonation. After the incident, the authorities started digging deep into Anthony's past to figure out what could have caused him to do something so insane, and what they found was pretty disturbing.
He blew himself up.
As it turned out, Warner was pretty much a paranoid loner obsessed with conspiracy theories about shape-shifting alien lizards that were trying to take over the world.
Excuse me? And he just decided, oh yeah, I'm just gonna blow people up. Ooh.
It was also revealed that 16 months before the explosion, Warner's girlfriend had called the cops to report that Anthony had been building explosives inside the RV outside their home. Even more disturbingly, less than a week before Christmas, Warner's neighbor had reportedly asked him if Santa was going to bring him anything good for Christmas, to which Warner replied, "Oh yeah, Nashville and the world are never going to forget me." But despite the clear desire for attention, the cops never managed to truly figure out Warner's motive, and it was eventually concluded that he probably didn't want to hurt anyone.
Okay,
and
yeah,
that a fatal
he's dead,
cancer
but like,
diagnosis mixed with other factors had contributed to Warner's declining
How did he
mental
bag
health.
all that? While being insane enough Could blow up
On March 9th,
a street.
2023, at around 12:30 p.m., an anonymous caller dialed 911 and told dispatchers that a man that had just run into a food market on Cleveland's Central Avenue was claiming that he had just been kidnapped. As soon as police arrived, they were able to talk to the alleged victim, and the jarring conversation was captured on one of the cops' body cams.
I went there to fix his busted pipe for his washing machine.
Okay.
And I was
Washing
putting
machine.
A water line for his ice and for his refrigerator. And when I got downstairs, and
Ice,
another dude
ice,
came out,
baby.
They had guns
Bim,
on me
bim,
and they
bim,
robbed
bada,
me.
bum, bum.
I mean, they tied me up. They had plastic laying on the ground.
Disturbingly, the zip ties and duct tape that were used in the kidnapping can still be
What the
seen
fuck?
on the man's body as he explains what happened to him. As the victim mentions to the cops, the perpetrators forced him into his own van, robbed him, and then held him for
I like
ransom
that
before he
thing.
managed to
I like that
escape.
emote. I like a man.
So they put this on my face. They get me in my van, and they bring me over here. They turn the location up on my phone. One of the guys is in back with me. And
Well,
he
which
kept
way
on-
the car go?
Huh?
How do you escape?
Where the car go?
It was parked this way, and I ran all the way down here to here. We were parked right over there.
You're parked the 49.
Yeah,
What kind of
and-
car
and
was it?
It's my van.
As the cops later found out, the main perpetrator
Wait,
was
they jacked
51-year-old
his van.
Ahmed Johnson, whom the victim had been in federal prison with at some
Yo,
point in
his
his life.
hair is so bad.
After digging deeper
Yo,
into the
fix
case,
your
they uncovered the
dreads.
whole story of the kidnapping. As the victim mentioned in the video, the kidnapper had hired him for a plumbing job, and when he arrived at the house in Cleveland's
Looks
Buckeye
creepy.
Woodhill neighborhood, he was led downstairs where he would allegedly be shown the leaky
What's up? What's up, Chaos? What'd you figure out?
pipe that he had to fix. Once downstairs, Ahmed led the victim to another room, where another man jumped out and held him at gunpoint. After stealing his phone and Apple Watch, the kidnappers bound the victim and put him into the back of his own van. As the perpetrators drove the van towards the city's central neighborhood, they made the victim call a friend and bring around $15,000 to a nearby gas station in exchange for his return. But as the van slowed down, the victim somehow managed to jump out and ran down East 49th Street. Thinking quickly, the victim ran into a convenience store where he would be protected by the public eye, causing the suspects to drive off. 2 weeks later, the cops managed to make an arrest, and Ahmed Johnson was charged in Cleveland court with
Dude, his
aggravated
dreads are
kidnapping.
so bad, bro.
As of today, there have been no further updates to the case.
It's because he did all that because he has bad
On
dreads. man.
September 9,
not gonna lie.
2019, an Albuquerque Police Department officer saw a young man performing a traffic stop on a gray Nissan SUV. Strangely, the man wasn't dressed like a police officer at all. In fact, he was
What?
dressed as an ordinary citizen in jeans, a black polo, and an Air Force cap as
He
he wrote down the
stopped the
driver's
car?
information. Sensing that something was off, the officer pulled the man aside to talk to him, and from the beginning, the man seemed a little on edge.
Can I talk to
We
you for
trying
a
to
minute?
kidnap someone.
What's going on? Let's just talk back here real quick. Who do you work for?
Well,
Oh, okay.
okay.
I know, I'm under-equipped.
Okay. 'Cause normally you do, if you're out here, man, if you're making a traffic stop, you're just gonna have to stop, dude. Alright? Do you have an ID with you?
I mean, this is all I got. I mean, like I said, I'm under-equipped.
What's he
I was
trying to
just
do?
sitting
Is
over
he trying to
there
kidnap someone like a sick freak he is?
to get my crap.
Zip his balls! Zip his
I know,
balls!
it makes no sense. I caught him going 120 down I-40.
Okay. Why do you have lights on this vehicle?
Personal, I know.
Do you have an ID with you at all?
No, I keep it on my uniform.
The man claims that he was on his way to the courthouse when he pulled over the driver of the gray Nissan. Suspiciously, though, he claims he doesn't have any sort of identification on him because he allegedly left it inside his uniform.
He looked young
After
as
bit of
hell to be a
questioning,
police
the man
officer.
says his
I'm not
name is
gonna lie.
Brendan Wazinski and confesses
what's
that he
your
was using his
skincare?
personal
Just
vehicle
tell
to
me
pull
about
over
it.
civilians, but insists that he's been an officer of the law for 3 years.
Simple. And I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, yeah, he was speeding, dude. You could have called it in, and because if you get into shooting, you're screwed.
Right.
All right, man.
I
This is not a
understand.
cop. Fake
This-
fake police officer.
For starters, I know this looks really bad.
Right.
This looks really bad. This screams whacker.
Right. How long you been on?
About 3
Yo,
years.
he got a thick ass neck.
I've been on for like.
You see
13
that thing?
years.
That shit's
Alright,
girthy.
So,
After checking the database, the officer notices Brendan's name doesn't pop up on any nearby law enforcement agency's list, and at that point, his only option is to put the suspect in the back of his vehicle while he waits for his supervisor to figure things out.
What's this?
Less than
sick
5 minutes later,
freak
Brendan
gonna
gets cold
do?
feet and
What's he
confesses
trying
that
to
he's not a
do?
real cop.
No shit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be
That badge from.
I bought it offline.
Okay. Do me a favor. Stay in here, okay? For a second.
Why are you doing a traffic? What's the purpose?
As soon as his supervisor arrives, the officer briefs him on the situation, and they decide to arrest Brendan for impersonating a police officer. After putting him in cuffs, the sheriff arrives to assess the situation. I honestly don't know how long Brendan was expecting to be able to get away with pulling people over pretending to be a cop, but it seems as though he was hoping to play vigilante with no consequences forever. Even though he didn't have a weapon in his belt at the time, it's not uncommon for people like Brendan to start using guns and handcuffs as intimidation tools.
He just wants to be a cop. Go to school.
Obviously, it's incredibly dangerous to have random people driving around the city pretending to be cops when they really have nothing to do with law enforcement at all, which is why the officers have no other choice but to bring him into the police station.
Oh, fucking what?
After arriving at the station, the cops trying to get Brendan.
He's trying to be Batman, bro.
The suspect contradicts himself a bunch and lies to try to get the officer's sympathy. Brendan says he was on his way to work when he saw a guy going 120 on the freeway and confesses that he freaked out when the cop asked him about his identity. Strangely, he alleges that the badge he used to fake his identity used to belong to his dad, who supposedly used to work with the sheriff's department before he was killed in the line of duty 5 or 6 years prior.
Yeah, that's sad though.
And then when I made contact with you, I noticed you had a badge. Where'd you get that badge from?
It belonged to my dad.
It belongs to your dad? When was
Well, it did.
It did? Is he still around, or did he pass away?
Well, he was killed.
Oh, he was killed, okay.
As it was later revealed, this
He
was
is
a
Batman.
complete lie.
Wait, this motherfucker, the real Batman.
The truth was that he bought the badge online as he had initially confessed when the cop interrogated him. It's hard to imagine that he thought he was going to get away with a lie like that when there was video evidence of him saying that he bought the badge online less than an hour ago. During the interview, it was also revealed that
What was his
Brendan
name
was
again?
only 18 years old.
Oh, sure, it's
even
not
though he
Bruce
said he
Banner.
was around 25 when the cop initially pulled him over. This makes the fact that he said he was married and needed to call his wife even more sketchy, and it's hard to tell which details of the story are true and which ones are completely made up. A few seconds later, things get a little scary when Brendan confesses that he had a loaded weapon in the glove compartment of the vehicle, which wasn't initially visible in the video.
Bruce
Considering
Wayne.
he's
Bruce
a
Wayne.
compulsive liar and an irresponsible
Bruce
teenager,
Wayne.
it's pretty horrifying to imagine what he would have done with the handcuffs and gun had he been given the chance to play vigilante for a few more days or weeks or whatever. In March 2020, a judge sentenced Brendan to a year of probation. But just a few weeks later, he failed to report to his probation officer, refused to get a psych exam, provided a false address, and missed a scheduled meeting. As a result, the judge tightened his probation conditions, and as of today, there have been no further updates to the case.
The fuck?
At around 8 p.m. on September 30th, 2021,
Why is the
3
cop in the
children ages
woods?
6, 6, and 7 were reported missing in the Flamingo Lake neighborhood in Montgomery, Texas. According to the parents, the kids had gone missing after they went into the
so
Sam
much
Houston
shit happens
forest
in
and
America.
wandered off the
Holy
main
fuck.
trail to go play in a creek. After the disappearance was announced to the public, the authorities launched a massive search that included helicopters, dogs, drones, off-road vehicles, and hundreds of police officers from multiple law enforcement agencies. The next morning, an anonymous Good Samaritan who was very
That is a
familiar
lot
with
of
the land of
grass,
the woods
man.
decided
Holy
to take
shit.
matters into his own hands and went into the national forest by himself to find the kids. At around
By
9 a.m. on
yourself?
September 31st, the man found the kids and called 911 to bring the children to safety, and the whole rescue was captured on
I personally would not walk into a fucking forest on my own. Those kids can, those kids can stay in there,
Jason
man.
Smith's body
I'm bringing at least 3 people with me. I'm gonna get attacked by a bear.
Can y'all come to me? Come to me. Yeah, come to me. There's an opening right here. Come on, kids, come to me.
They wouldn't let me in over here last night, so I just took off around the back. I've been looking all night long.
Yes, sir. I have all
Jesus
3
is good,
children.
ain't he? Ain't Jesus good?
He's good. Kids, I'm the police.
Look,
Are y'all ready to get out of
that
the way?
motherfucker sounds like a Clash
Come
Royale
on, buddy.
character.
Get out of here. You got cheeseburgers in your car?
We're going to get something to eat. Okay?
Hell yeah, let's get something to eat, brother. Let's go, let's go.
Even though the kids were found just a little over a mile away from where they entered the woods, they'd still been lost for over 24 hours, and pretty understandably they were
I'm hungry right now.
As it was
Go
later
get me my
revealed, the
cheeseburger,
kids had
bitch.
spent the night in the forest, sheltering themselves under a fallen tree until the volunteer came to rescue them, which is why they had leaves and branches in their hair in the footage.
Here, let's pick this. Grab hold of that. There you go.
You're really strong.
Am I really strong?
Am I really strong?
I got you.
I love.
Even though they had spent the night with
I
minimal
love when
shelter
cops
and
sound
hadn't
like
had
that. It's
anything
funny,
to
man.
eat for 24 hours, the children still seemed to be in pretty good spirits as Sergeant Smith
Texanian
escorted them out of the
accent.
woods. And toward the end of the video, he can be seen guiding them to the clearing where a bunch of cop cars sit waiting for them.
What's disturbing? Is he the kidnapper?
Y'all got it? Come on, kids. Let's come out to the road.
Who took them in the forest? Why would they walk in there? Yo, dumbass little kid.
Good. What? There
Yeah,
you
someone
go, buddy.
kidnapped them. They're watching that
Look
shit.
at you.
They should not.
You made it.
It's honestly pretty terrifying to think that if they hadn't been found then and there, the kids would have probably ended up succumbing to the elements. But
Yeah.
thankfully, they were able to get back home to their parents. On January 30th, 2017,
That was it? That was the
police
story?
received a disturbing call from a witness in Nevada who claimed he had seen a woman being taken out of her Las Vegas apartment by a man and put into a white van with a Texas license plate. After receiving the
Oh.
alert, the cops were able to
2 times Texas. I ain't ever going to Texas.
locate the van in question less than 24 hours later and arrest the driver and passenger.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Sir, this is for my safety! This is for my safety!
Once the suspects are out of the vehicle, the cops approach the white van, and that's when they find something incredibly disturbing.
Incredibly disturbing. You guys think I could become one of these YouTubers that find this footage?
Got a camera. Do you need a...
Oh my god, thank you.
Okay. Got it? Rolling? Okay, it's rolling.
Shoot him?
Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, okay?
Stop resisting!
I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains.
Who the fuck uses chains?
In the back of the vehicle, the cops find a woman named
Use,
Jane
like,
who was chained to the
people use
floorboards of
zip
the van
ties
by the
nowadays,
suspects.
right?
And
Not
as soon as
allowed,
the
no,
officer
but,
set
you
her
know.
free, she gives them her disturbing testimony. According to the victim, the man who was driving the getaway van was her ex-boyfriend Jack, who broke into her apartment and took her. Even though she fought hard to escape, Jack was trained in mixed martial arts and was a lot heavier than her, and it didn't take him long to take her out of her home. Jane assumed it was her neighbors who saw the altercation and called the police, and it was thanks to that 911 call that the cops were able to rescue her. Once inside the police car, Jack doesn't seem all too distressed that he's about to be put away for a long time, and
That's
he can even be seen
premium
interacting
kidnapping?
pretty calmly with the officer driving the vehicle, asking him if he has a favorite
Well,
hymn,
chains are
singing
so
the words to
impractical,
Amazing
I feel
Grace
like.
as he's taken to jail.
It's heavy. Like you wrap them around, and it's like, how do you hook it?
favorite hymn?
Why is this guy so chill?
Why not? I don't know. I've never been into them. What about you? What about Amazing Grace? You like that one? I'll take it.
Yo, he kind of good
As it was
though.
later revealed, Jack's
Kinda
accomplice
good.
in the kidnapping was 19-year-old Samuel Brown.
Why you a piece
In
of
the
shit?
other cop car, Samuel asked the police officer to have a conversation
Why he
with
start
him,
singing,
claiming that
bro?
he's scared of everything that's
Fucking
happening.
weirdo.
Is it okay to talk? Yeah. Anything. I'm just kind of scared. And okay. What are the police gonna ask me?
I'm not sure.
During the investigation, the police found that
Yeah.
Jack and Samuel had planned to take Jane
me
into
though,
a
I'm a
cave in
loser.
New Mexico that Jack had dug into the side of a hill, where they would later brainwash her into marrying one of them, according to the police report.
What? Excuse me? brainwashing into marrying them?
After
What?
the horrifying incident, Jack was sentenced to life in prison, and Samuel to a little over 5 years in prison. It's pretty disturbing to imagine where Jane would be if that 911 call hadn't been placed and the cops hadn't intervened.
What the fuck?
On April 8 of 2021,
They that
police
lonely they
officers from
kidnap
the
a
city
person
of
to marry
Whitehall,
them?
Ohio, about 6 miles away from Columbus, received a report that a man was allegedly impersonating a police officer at a traffic stop.
Another
Upon
impersonation.
arriving at the scene, they found a 26-year-old man named Casey Donovan Williams asleep in what appeared to be a Whitehall police cruiser.
That's a
When he woke
long-ass
up, he
name.
told the cops that he was an
Casey
off-duty
Donald
cop working a
Williams.
special duty detail. At first, the officers bought his story,
He needs to
but when they
go.
were told there was no special duty assigned at that time, they returned to get the real story. And the exchange was captured on the cop's body cam.
But you have no ID from them, all right?
No.
And have you ever been sworn in by them?
Why he got like the British police
No,
fit
I'm
on
asking you a direct question.
in
Have you
America?
been sworn in
Now,
by
it's
them?
very important you answer this correctly, because being a former police officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
No, I'm not.
So I'm going to
I'm
put
not,
that right
listen,
out.
I'm not.
So
trying-
if
I'm
you
not,
are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me?
No,
So
no.
you are not a commissioned police officer.
I have spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer through the state of Ohio?
I have an OPUDA certificate.
That's not what I'm
That's
asking.
not what I'm asking you.
I'm explaining to you. I have
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding
Answer the question, yes or no,
Are
bitch!
you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of
means
Ohio in
commission.
any department?
Not currently.
Okay.
Was it that hard?
As soon as the cops start applying a bit of pressure, Casey confesses that he's not an actual commissioned police officer, and when the cops mention to him that he risks going to jail if he lies, he decides to call one of the officers who supposedly gave him the job to try to save himself from the consequences.
Okay. 1 second. Would you be willing to speak to the supervisor from the company?
From
Watchman.
from Watchman?
Yes.
Is he an actual police officer?
You are an actual police officer, correct? Okay. Okay. Yes, he is. Where are you commissioned at?
It doesn't matter. He's not here doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's the superintendent of the state highway patrol. That's irrelevant to the situation.
You just can't
Even though he
impersonate him.
seems to have a pretty intricate series of excuses to justify his actions, the cops sense there's more to the story than Casey's letting on. After mentioning to
Trying
the
to be a
cops
cop.
that he was just trying to make a little extra money by allegedly working for the Glenwood Police Department, he realizes his chances of getting out of an arrest are pretty
You got a-
slim.
you got a
That's
taser
when he
there.
resorts
Taser,
to asking
taser.
the cops for mercy.
That's all I was trying to do. Please do not. I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man. Please do not ruin my career. Please, please, please.
I think you did that kind of on your own.
Throughout the exchange, it seems as if Casey either doesn't realize the severity of what he's doing, or he really thinks the cops are going to let him get away with showing a fake badge and even carrying a weapon while pretending to be an officer of the
Taser,
law.
taser!
Still,
Oh, he
things
got
are
a
about
gun
to get a whole lot
too!
worse for Casey, because after he was put in the real police officer's cruiser, the cops searched his vehicle and found a loaded AR-15 rifle, attacked.
Yo, Effie is so delayed, but this motherfucker got an AR-15!
tactical vest, a loaded handgun with 15 rounds of ammo, a taser, 2 pairs of handcuffs, and pepper spray. It's pretty disturbing to think of what could have happened if the cops hadn't arrested Casey then and there, because even though he didn't seem to have any bad intentions at first glance, Casey could have used the badge, vehicle, and weapons for some pretty nefarious purposes if he wanted to by simply convincing people he was a real police officer. From kidnapping to extortion
why you need the
and everything in
AR-15
between,
for?
a fake cop can be
Yo, there's a
extremely
SWAT
dangerous.
mission. He like walks
As it was
in.
later
Yo,
revealed, this
you guys
wasn't the
need
first time the
backup.
suspect had gotten in trouble
I
for
got a
trying to pull similar
fucking
stunts.
AR-15.
Although at one point he had been a corrections deputy at the Pickaway County Jail, he was forced to resign after trying to enforce his authority as an undercover cop at a fair when he hadn't been instructed to do so.
No.
After the incident in Whitehall, Casey was charged with impersonating a police officer, a 3rd-degree felony, and improper handling of a gun in a motor vehicle, a 4th-degree felony.
W video by Chilling Scares. Wow.